me like a sparrow on a blackbird, like the straw on a camel's back. Just trying to make nothing into something, just trying to see if I snap, but I ain't. I was trying to get a little bit of relief from the goddamn August heat. You came over and it got my blood a-boiling, like you took away the shade and the breeze. I wish you'd leave. You're like smoke in the eye, a spotlight on you when you're trying to hide. You're the bottle running dry. You're all the things I despise about life. I was blowing out for quite a bit of bourbon, like I didn't have a care in the world. You came a crying on, woe is me. You can't be the martyr and the king, this one is done.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Jake Carter, Mundane Wayne, OP, Voided, who else then? Fly Pace, Dustin Sanity, all the breaks.
Running dry. You're all the things I despise about life.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? We're back here. It's later in the day. Wild RP, Pop Sullivan, that Western cowboy, that Western deputy. Man, we haven't been on this character in a couple of days. We haven't really been playing him in a few days, man. So I don't know what the landscape is like right now. I don't know who's out of prison. I don't know who's in prison. Status of your ongoing condition. Hello, I was reaching out to you to see if you were due for a medical appointment for your ongoing lung condition. Oh, I want to be mean to this person, man, but I also don't want to get fired. They didn't leave me a Telegram number.
My lungs ain't nothing to worry about, partner. I don't go worrying about it. Now, how'd you even find out about that in the first place, all right? I ain't telling nobody. I ain't going around making it known to the world. Fellas is talking behind my back. Let me tell you, whatever they think it is, they's very misinformed.
It sounds like the word is spread, man. It sounds like the word is spread. It sounds like people have been talking, man. People have been talking. I'm sure the 10-ton gang... I'm sure the 10-ton gang have probably mentioned it to a few people. I'm sure Clementine's probably let it slip. And I know the deputies were talking, man, because Clementine was letting me know that they were talking. They were all kind of speaking in hushed whispers. How's the frame rate, man? How's the frame rate? My little preview here on my side, it's like super choppy, but it says that the FPS is fine. So I'm not sure what to believe. I'm not sure what little preview thing to believe here. It says that it's getting 60 FPS, flat, solid, beautiful. But I'm also looking at the little preview and it's very low FPS. It's like a slideshow, but that just might be what it's showing me.
Hurry up. Had it? Fine.
How you going?
Doing all right. Is anything happening right now?
Shall we look? We're not doing any good just sitting here. Should we at least go out and look for anywhere that she could be hiding?
Yeah, why don't we swing by her? House, and then we'll drop back down to the lake and see if there's any news.
Yeah, sounds good. In case you're not up to date, Sullivan, check the bulletin board and the file about Macintosh.
Yeah, I'll go. Let me run. I need to drop off by the bank.
Deputy Bill suspended again. He keeps getting suspended, man.
I couldn't hear you. What was that?
Macintosh got fucked up by someone called the Seer, some witch type woman.
Why is this guy very quiet?
And the Morettis are gallivanting around like there's fucking nobody after them.
Well, shit. That ain't good.
Fuck, why is this guy so quiet, man? You guys heard that too, right? He was like super quiet. I just raised everybody up by 3 decibels, so hopefully people are going to be a little bit easier to hear from now on. So he was saying that someone fucked up Macintosh. Was he saying the Morettis fucked up Macintosh? The bastards are actively hunting people down. That's good. Gangs of the Crossing, Van Horn Directive expanded. Bulletin board. There we go. All right. Torture of Senior Deputy McIntosh. Burns was wearing a sort of witch-style robe, hood on the back. Said robe was dark with a tone of dark bluish or purple. It had been repaired with patches. This robe covered most of their body. All right, so Byrne has tortured McIntosh. I don't know who this is. All right, the bastards are active. They're doing stuff. No weapons in the stuff. Okay, so there's somebody named Byrne that's torturing people. All right, so I guess if I hear anybody by the name of Byrne, man, I'll arrest them.
These snowflakes are huge. Damn freezing.
Morning, friend.
No one here? Fuck. I think Valentine's empty, man. I think Valentine's empty. Somebody coming over there. Someone with the mask on, by the way. I'm trying to use the F3 menu to change my walking style and stuff. So I've changed a bunch of my settings, man. I'm hoping that that's fixed it. I'm hoping that that's fixed the not the DLSS issue. I'm hoping that's fixed the issue where I'm crashing, man. I was crashing really badly for a little while. And I recently went through, I fixed all my settings. I'm hoping that the crashes are more rare now. I haven't crashed since I changed those settings. And I walked around Ansburg and the Roanoke area, which
You waiting for somebody?
it seems to be that place that really hurts me a lot. That place in the area south of Valentine. So I'm hoping that has solved the issue. I think right now I need to take a moment and remember all of my goals. Right now I need to take a moment and remember all of my goals. So we had the ranch as a goal, but that's kind of been pushed to the wayside a little bit. We have the collection of medicine, that's a goal. But that's, well, we have one bottle. I guess I could focus on that. But I think the story is beginning to expand.
Good morning, mister.
So we'll see what that leads to, right? Then I just have the goal of generally being an officer, right? And as being an officer, I want to bring justice and I want to help the people of the town. Right? Bring justice, help the people of the town.
Well, some free advice. Watch out for Black-Eyed Sarah. She's got the clap.
Hey there, mister.
How you doing?
Doing all right there, friend. What about yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
That's good. What's your name there, partner?
Philip,
Philip. Yeah, name's Sullivan, Philip.
pleasure to meet you, Sullivan.
Pleasure's all mine.
Badge, your law,
That's right, deputy.
deputy.
That's right.
You're the only one on duty?
Well, there's some other ones just rode out of town right now. I think they'll be back sometime soon. I'm not usually around these parts. I'm usually out west. I'm just helping out in Valentine right now.
I understand. I think I'm gonna head into the store and grab a drink.
Whatever it is you're doing, I
Gun
didn't
store.
see your face for nothing.
Okay. Meet me at the salon when you're done. Fancy a drink, deputy?
Oh there, partner. There has to be a light one. I am on duty after all.
Sure.
So let me ask you, Philip, what is it you do?
Do a lot of hunting.
Hunt?
What you fancy? You fancy a beer?
Light beer. I can't
Light beer.
get too drunk. I am on duty after all.
Morning, mister.
You said you was a hunter. Now, what type of game
Oh,
you be
yeah.
hunting?
Oh, all sorts, to be honest with you. Anything that sells. Where the bloody... There we go. But the thing I like hunting in particular is weaponry. So hand me yours.
Shit. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Point that gun at me, and we'll see which.
Well,
ditch
listen
you
here,
end
partners.
up in.
This is a real bold move y'all taking. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah, it is. Name's not Philip, by the way. It's Pippi.
Pippi.
You put that down and play
Probably
nice.
already in your records.
Yeah, probably is. Although I apologize, it ain't a name that I recognize.
No, it won't be. I'm not trying to get it recognized either. I'm just being honest.
Well, all right, at least you're being honest. I figure that's a start.
Oh my goodness, mister. I am gonna be pinching your cash there. Some of it.
All right there, partner.
Trying to get myself a new horse,
Tell
you
me,
see.
who's your friend here? Pippi?
Yeshua.
Joshua?
Yeah.
Yeshua.
Yeshua? With a Y?
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask y'all,
Lower your hands.
Yeshua, Pippi,
Yeah.
what made y'all decide to stroll into town and do this?
See, I'm strapped for cash, and because of people like you, I'm in debt. I'm not too sure about Joshua.
People like me?
Yeah.
What exactly do you mean by people like me?
Come on, let's take a look.
Nah, you're trying it. You're trying it. Yeah, you're right. We need to go. I like you, deputy. What was your last name again?
Sullivan.
Sullivan. I like you, Sullivan. You got a soothing voice. You stay safe and have a good day's work, right?
I will.
The other guy knew what I was trying to do. Black horse with the white legs.
Good day, sir.
Those two fellas rode out of town, one with the green matches, robbed me in the saloon, partners.
You get your horse? Which way?
I got a horse, went south out of town these ones. One wearing a damn green mask. Other one with a blue hat. Black horse with a green mask, fella. I figure they probably could have taken either the left or the right.
Yeah, I went from this direction. There was someone that went this way. Did they have a box in their horse?
I think the skinny one might have. I don't remember.
Wait, there was two of them?
There was two of them. One had a blue hat.
Yeah,
One
they
of
were
them,
just at the telegram. Come on.
Oh, shit. Let me ask you, partners. Pippi a name you know?
Eh?
Is there a fella by the name of Pippi you know? He introduced himself as that. Him and Yeshua.
Never heard of it.
All right.
There, with the blue.
A blue hat,
Doing
partner.
yours now?
Blue hat.
I didn't see anyone with a blue.
Shit.
Not where I came from.
They rode out of town pretty fast.
Yeah, they must have left before I came in.
Right. Let me go ahead and grab myself another pistol if we ain't going after him.
Yeah. Get prepared. Where are the other deputies? Around there far in town?
The other deputies left to patrol.
Oh man, I wanted to chase. I wanted to chase. Now I got beef with him, man.
Great, they didn't send a telegram where they were going.
Pardon me, sir.
Right, partner? Can I help you?
Yes, I was looking to speak to a senior or sheriff. My name is Dust Driscoll. I'm with the paper, St. Daily.
Right. What is it you want to talk about?
Case file. Incident report. Report name. Wanted. Pippi.
Yeah.
And
Where is it you wish to talk to the guards?
Yeshua. Rob. Pop Sullivan. Deputy Sullivan. At Pippi.
That's a dark
Pippi D. And at Yeshua. Rob Deputy Sullivan.
Well,
at the Valentine.
Do you wish to speak to a guard regarding what
Saloon.
method of
At the
execution
Valentine
they would
Saloon.
prefer?
Around 6:50
What do you mean among other questions?
p.m. EST. What did they take? They cancel. They just took a pistol, a default pistol. They might have taken some medical supplies. No, I think they just took a default pistol. Elio. I was ready for it, man. I was ready for the one-liner. I had the pistol ready.
Request you.
But I was just a second too late. I didn't feel confident. I didn't feel confident pushing it with the pistol. I felt like I'd been beat.
Well, but they were interested in being a part of such conversation.
Pippi at Pippi.
And let's see.
Came into town and struck up a conversation with at Pop Sullivan. They went to the saloon and Pippi bought Sullivan up. I should do capitals for that. Pippi bought Sullivan a beer. Valentine Saloon.
Alright.
A beer.
I will preview for a visit. The day depending on it will happen.
Yeshua
We talked about it with Booker.
came into
Abigail,
the bar
whoever you may take.
and Pippi
Catch it.
and they
Conversation
both
with.
Alright.
drew
I'll, telegram Booker right back
guns
and say that
on
and see if
Sullivan.
I can schedule a meeting.
They said
Would I need an escort from the
it's
You would need an
because
escort,
people
which I believe needs to be a
like
senior
you
escort.
that I need to rob.
It has to be your luck where Booker is available, you are available, and the senior is available.
They took
Understood. I was hoping around. If
They
not
took
this time tomorrow, then
a
perhaps little bit
Schofield
later.
revolver
It should be fine. Could you just remind me of your
and
name one more time?
$100.
Dust Driscoll.
Offender name at Pippi. And yes. Can I get a second offender details section, man?
And if if you don't mind, I'm also looking for Deputy
Why can't I?
Clementine for an unrelated matter. Do you know if she's about?
Yes, she is about today, I believe.
Description. White
To get in
shirt
contact with a
and
deputy, it would
white
be best to just telegram the law line.
ish
I
pants.
just want to make sure she's about.
Blue
before I,
hat.
clog up official
Silver
channels.
horse.
Of course, she was around earlier. At this point, I'm not sure where she would be.
More than fair.
Pippi.
I'm hoping to talk to her about a bank robbery that happened in Blackwater a couple days back.
Yeshua.
A gaggle of men dressed
Green.
in pajamas came in and robbed the town.
Green bandana over
to speak with her about
face and black
Yeah,
horse
nothing that I have
with
read
white
myself about it, but
box.
I will definitely contact her.
All right. I
Category
appreciate it.
event.
One of my
Potentially
fellow
violent.
journalists actually gave me a fantastic headline
Public
for the
servant.
event.
Is that right?
Pippi.
Pajama drama leads to trauma.
Ooh, good one.
It was very snappy. It was her first day on the job too. I think she's gonna make it fun.
Yeah, I'm sure there would be many people reading that article just because of the title.
Ay, ay, ay. 200 fucking days? I can lower it. Okay. Schofield plus a Schofield plus a $100 is 160, 150, 310
you
bucks.
said something about
Jesus Christ, man. Ay, 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 fuck.
First, I would hope that some of the deputies have checked it out at this point, but if not, I will see to it. Right, just
I am unsure
when it comes to you setting up a meeting with
if
Luca,
the
you set the time.
second person
Be sure
was
to
being truthful
send the law telegram at least an hour
when
before,
he claimed
something like this.
to be
Hour,
named
half hour, give them some time
Yeshua.
to prepare. If you send it heavily to leave now, you will have to wait.
Let's just make sure that Pippi
Perfect.
is the right Pippi.
That way it
Pippi
will
D.
be, best for all.
Yeah, a robber. Okay.
Perfect.
Perhaps
Would
there's
there be other stuff
Yes, I
to say?
believe so.
Perfect, and I wish you a good day.
You have a good day as well. And I think I caught your name, sir.
Yeah, Senior Deputy Antoine Monit.
It's nice to meet you, Mr. Monet.
Yes. you have a
Okay, so, Gabriel Adder. I'm just seeing if he has any associates in the things here. I'm just seeing if he has any associates, like, known. Moonshining Pippi. Alright. Do I have my gun? No, I need a new one. Handgun ammo. Schofield. Six.
Right.
Yeah, I wrote up the dang report.
I saw it. Yeah, I don't know where the other deputies are. It would be nice to go after either the Denton gang or fucking Seer.
Well, they're out looking for Sia.
Alright.
I think they're just riding around randomly for him, though. I'm not sure if we have any idea where exactly that person is.
Around Saint Denis.
Saint Denis? I think they said they was headed up to Moonstone or something like that. I don't remember.
Alright, well, we'll go that direction and hope to find them. There's also the 10-ton gang, so we need him. That would be a good one to telegram about. How you been, bub? How's it been back on the saddle?
Well, fellas definitely don't want me back in it, I can tell you that much. 10-ton gang seem to have been taking my return to the law enforcement business as a bit of a personal slight. They've been going out of their way trying to make it hard for me.
Is that right?
That's right. From my understanding, it ain't only me. They've been giving Clementine some guff as well.
Right. Yeah, they've been tough on Clementine, is that what you said?
They've been giving Clementine some guff as well. It's a real rough situation, these ones.
Yeah, they are true pain in the ass.
They're dastardly, I'll give you that much. What about yourself there, partner?
Yeah, I've been alright. I mean, we found Macintosh today, so... Not the best day.
Right. I read a little bit about what happened. I still don't truly understand it. Can you enlighten me a little bit?
It's a murderous psychopath that rates in rooms and likes to stab people. For some reason, Macintosh was the target of today, so...
Do we know why?
Yeah.
Just random with this fella.
Seems I don't know, we have to wait for Macintosh to wake up so we can find out more, but there ain't much information at the moment. Any big criminals you captured in the last couple of days?
Mate, not particularly. I was there when they got Hourglass. I think that's the last fella I remember anyone hauling in of note.
How was that capture? Was there any violence?
It was surprisingly clean. It was, Sand. Not the sheriff, the deputy. She's the one that got him. I heard, what he did to her. I'm glad she was the one that got him in the end.
Yeah, it's a
What was that?
I can see the deputies here, so we can keep moving.
I still don't know what he said.
They were searching for someone with a green mask. They were searching for the Tinton gang and this here.
There was a tip in the tip line. 10-ton gang spotted earlier. Robbed the folk.
Yeah, correct. Then I saw a group of 4 individuals, maybe 5, heading towards Saint Denis when I was still with Macintosh. I suspect it was them, meaning they are still out east.
These fellas ain't got no particular hunting ground. They's just everywhere after all. Like a bad rash.
It seems like them.
I think you might be right.
Shooting.
That definitely sounds like something there, partner. Looks like it's just someone practicing.
Deputy Kiwi. Are you all right? Pardon?
I'm just following an advice that I got.
What was that advice?
I'm not on duty. I'll remain off duty for the rest of the day.
All right.
Alright, well, don't harm yourself.
I won't.
We need to, alright? She also was one of the persons found in Macintosh.
I see. That's probably what that's about then.
Yes. It affects her quite a lot. She has a big heart. For me, it's the 6th deputy I found in such a state in 3 months. I'm starting to feel numb. Not like I'm expecting it, but it's more like there's not much we can do to stop it. We'll head towards Eden. Maybe we'll figure out if there is any bad news from the patrol group.
I hope to hear from them.
Yes, me too.
At first, I was thinking that shooting might have been,
Yes, I was thinking maybe they've gotten in the shootout with the 10 John King.
said, over the last few months, you keep finding deputies, hurt. Is that all the same folk, or just all different types?
In deputies, it's been people, mostly deputies.
I don't know why my screen is blinking like that. What the fuck? Is that something you guys can see too, or is that just on my end? Is that my monitor? Oh, it stopped. It went away. Oh.
What the hell,
You guys don't see the blinking? Okay, that's good at least. It's just my monitor then.
And I had 2 deputies I found right outside of Fenner.
Oh, Flypace can see it? Fuck. It's flickering just a little bit. I'll change some settings.
It's been a long list. For some reason it feels like all the deputies keep getting targeted for just their work.
Think that's the case? You think folks is getting targeted for being deputies?
Yes.
Now, the fella that robbed me, he said, I gotta do this because of folks like you. But I'll tell you what, partner, I'd rather them target me than target a everyday person on the side of the road. And I know I can handle it.
It's a good point. Rather us than anyone else.
That's right.
It just hurts more because us is the people I know, people I care about.
It could be the fact that I don't have that. I turned VSync off. Maybe that's that. Let's see if that fixes it. Oh, dude, have I had no HUD this whole time? No. Wait. Did my HUD disappear when I put the VSync on?
They are in roads.
They're in roads right now,
Yes.
The deputies?
The deputies.
Okay.
As you hear, I'm losing my voice. I think I will rest for the day, but...
All right.
Roads would be a good place to go.
All right, well, good luck there, partner. Have a good night.
You have a good day. Good talking with you.
Real good.
It disappeared just now when I changed the VSync. Alright, I'm gonna have to fucking quit and relog.
Okay, fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed that fixes it. Man. I want to get some more RP with that Pippi guy, man. I want to get more RP with that guy. Cause they could have just pulled the gun up at me when I was just standing there and said, "All right, give me all your stuff." But they went through the they bothered to like go inside, have a beer, talk to me a little bit. So I think there could be something there, man. That was cool. And I want to figure out who his accomplice is. Yeshua, if that is his real name. If he is who he says he is. I think there could be something there, man. We'll have to see. 10-ton gang are apparently out and about running around. I don't know if they're around right now because it's a little bit late. And I think if they are, they must be getting ready to lay their heads down soon. Oh, well, I just got a GFX error right there in the loading screen, so that does not bode well, man. That is not boding well. Will I be able to get inside? Will I be able to play? Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. I haven't been on pop in a few days, man. I just have to kind of like reacclimate myself, right? Reacclimate myself like when you're putting fish inside of a new fish tank. Right? There's the bunch of stuff that's happened, man, and that's just the nature of RP, right? That's just the nature of RP. You leave for less than a week, man. What's it been, like 4 or 5 days? It has to have been less than a week, man. You leave for less than a week, and the landscape changes. There's a new serial killer out there fucking attacking deputies, apparently. There's new gangs around, man. So I just gotta reacclimate. There's stuff that's been happening. And that's always the rough stuff about the RP, right? It's that fear of missing out. The FOMO, as they say. It's that fear of missing out. It's that the things that happen while you're gone. And the only way to deal with it, never sleep. I have to stay up 24/7, man. I gotta double up my RP. Right? I gotta have Red Dead one monitor, GTA the other monitor. I gotta be doubling my RP efforts. I gotta be left brain, right brain. Left eye, right eye. Left hand, right hand. Controlling everything. I need to connect myself up to Cerebro, man. This song is awesome. The Wild RP loading music. I'm stuck, man. I just realized it's not even it's not even loading, man. Not loading. There's no little thing turning around. Okay, let's try again. Let's try again, man. I think you know what it must have been? 5M must have corrupted my my red M because it doesn't want me to play. It wants me to keep playing 5M. Don't leave. You're not allowed to leave, man. No, please. I just want to be a cowboy. Please. 5M is hacked into my red M. They're fighting a metaphysical battle in the wired. Through the internet. I need to Tron myself into the computer and save red M. I need to watch Tron, man. I've never actually seen Tron. You could be a cowboy with the 5M Battle Pass. No. I know there's the Tron stuff. There's like the what are they called? Light bikes? There's the light bikes in GTA 5, because I remember playing that game mode like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Years ago, man. I don't know if it's still something that's like around, or if it's been like taken out in favor of other stuff. You know what? I think my wild RP is fucking crinkled, crumpled, fucked. I can't get in. I might be fucked. I might be fucked here. I haven't seen the OG Tron, and I loved that game mode. I need to see the OG Tron, man. I blame the Vulcans. I need to change. It could be the new settings, man. It could be that I switched from Vulcan to Direct 12. But I was able to get on a little bit ago to like actually get on the server. But something's fucked. Something's bugged. Something's bad. I have to figure out what it is. If it doesn't let me in again, I might have to change some settings and stuff like that. Please. Please let me in, please. I'm begging you. Just slap that reset to default button. Is that something I have to be able to load into the game to hit? Because if that's the case, I can't load into the game. Oh, we're in. All right. Let's quickly change to Vulcan, man. I think Direct 12 is fucking me. I remember a long time ago, years ago, having to change it from Vulcan, from Direct 12 to Vulcan to like fix that. All right. Let me just take a look at these. All right. Let me just take a screenshot of this. All right. I wanted to take a screenshot because when I apply these changes, it's gonna make me restart. In order to save them. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I've now switched it, so We'll see if it crashes me or not. The horse says, I will crash you. I will crash you. I will crash you. Injured person, Big Valley, Hutch, Keppel. To Clementine. I should wait a moment for these people to show up, just so I can talk to them. I do need water, man. I do need water badly. I'm gonna be drinking that pond scum, algae infested green water, man. Fingers crossed nobody sees me. You see this guy, he runs up to the lake, he drops onto his hands and knees, and he just starts slurping up the water, man. He starts slurping up the lake. You stand there shocked in horror, man, as you see the level of the lake, the water level slowly decrease. Slowly decrease. The man shows no signs of letting up. He pulls out a big straw, sticks it into the water, keeps drinking until it's all gone, man. So I need to... Let's see, man. Let's see. What's the next step, man? What do we do? What's the next step here? So there's a couple of gangs out right now. Amongst them are the 10-ton gang who really, really want me. Right? Fly Spec, Big Duncan Murphy, Rootin' Tootin' Ruben Roberts. They all want me, right? Dee Dee, I would assume, to a lesser extent. So you have those people. But then you also have Chompy and Hank, who I don't think have anything specifically against me. I think those are players who don't have anything specifically against me. But I'm sure wouldn't mind fucking with me, you know? Then you have that serial killer, Byrne? I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Byrne, who's out there. Who else do we have, man? We have the Bastards, who I did not expect to see, whose name I did not expect to see, man, at all. I really didn't expect to see that. I'm Excited, man. I'm excited. Those guys, I remember, very tough guys. Very hard-hitting guys. But I think those guys are out in the desert. If I remember the last time they were around correctly. They're out in the desert, so at least out east here, I won't run into them, but we might push over to the desert later on. Right? Those are the... and then you have the Dead End Gang, who is a very deadly presence in the east, taking control of Van Horn, the town of Van Horn. Oh wait, no, they got caught. Fuck. Never mind. Alright. And on top of that, man, and then there's just the general kind of local populace, man. If we could find any civilians, man, grab them, hold them tight, hold them close, plant a beautiful kiss on their forehead. There's people here. And just help them with whatever they need. And rope them into some chores, man. Fuck, I wish I was able to, like,
5, 6.
talk more to that hunter guy,
Hello,
man.
how are you? Oh, okay.
Hello, Sullivan?
I have keys to the door.
Oh, I
Howdy,
just
Pop.
didn't realize anyone was on duty.
Oh, right,
I'm
right.
sorry.
All right. Welcome to the entire department.
Howdy.
Hello, my name
Well,
is
I'm not-
Yelena. It's nice to meet you.
Well, Yolanda, the pleasure's all mine. Is you part of the department here?
Yes, sir. I'm a deputy. That is my official title.
Deputy.
I like that.
Interesting.
Now, is that
It is
more
the
cadet or
face.
deputy?
Well, it is the phase between cadet and deputy, and you pretty much know nothing, but pretend you know everything, you know?
Well, I see.
Yes. I might be a deputy as well.
Yes.
I think
you
that's
are.
called senior cadet.
Yes, that, I like
That's
that.
a variety of things, but
I actually like a deputy better. Runs off the tongue better
Yeah.
for me.
Pop, what's your plans today?
Well, what's my plans today? Well, plan number 1, don't get killed. Plan number 2, don't get tortured. Plan number 3, help out where I can.
All right.
I like your goals.
Do you feel like we're enough people that we can start splitting up, or should we all ride together?
Given that we've had a senior deputy tortured today, and given that there is threat of the bastards, and this is a time that they can start coming around,
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's best that we all stay together, those of us that are on duty.
Plan number 4, get
Watch
paid,
out
baby.
for the rude boys too. They're really mad that Rudy got picked up. Maybe last night was enough because they shot the entire department down.
They killed
Yeah,
the
they
entire
They
department, dude.
kidnapped Lynn and I off the porch here where we were trying to deal with the death, and then everybody else come to get us, and then they just shot everybody to bits in Legras. So that happened.
They got 4 of us 2 nights ago.
partner. Care to speak up a bit?
I'm as loud as I could be.
Okay, cool. I just meant like yell if you could.
Yeah. Can you hear me all right?
I'll yell too.
Yeah, I can hear you good now.
There's a couple places that I found. I think that might be pretty good.
There's some other fellas, some new faces. Fella by the name of Pippi, something like that.
Yeah, he's fucking robbing constantly. I met him.
Got me down in Valentine after y'all left.
I did see that, sir.
Yeah, so
What does Pippi look like? I've never seen
White clothing, shirt,
White?
pants. Well, I saw him in white.
Alright, he's changed, I guess.
And he has a blue hat.
Yeah.
Silver
Blue
horse,
flat
I
cap.
think.
Hair color.
Oh shit, hair color.
Black. Long, black and
Black,
long.
that's right.
Slicked back. I've had him in the cell once for moonshining.
It looks like
Let
he-
him go because it was his first thing that he ever did.
Fellas never take the kindness you give them and reciprocate that. It looks like he's riding with a fella now by the name of Yeshua, at least. That's what he told me. Lord knows if that's his real name.
Lord, it's kind of funny.
I caught it.
Yeah, thank you. Right. Well, we're not gonna scare anyone away by standing around, so...
No,
if there's
you're right.
anything else.
You're right. So I'm thinking, given everything, there's what 5 of us on duty, unless Yelena, you're coming back on duty.
I can't.
Okay, on light duty. Yeah, so I'm thinking the 5 of us, and then our lovely cadet here. We just do some roaming patrols. Everybody stays together tonight until we see a lot more deputies come on or not, and figure it out from there. We'll just roam and patrol, go to a town, check in, go to a few spots, go to another town, check in, etc., until...
Could I also ask a favor? Unless you want me to go and do it, but we need a witness statement from JJ and Clara Carter from the bathhouse incident last night. I'm just writing up the report, but yeah, we need those because we don't have any. I can't even remember who was all there last night apart from Clementine because it was all a bit of a mess. Hopefully she comes around today because it would be good to get more clarification from her.
Clementine probably will not be around today. She was earlier, but she didn't feel too well, so she went to bed.
Yeah, she had a pretty big day yesterday.
Yeah, we got a cadet here. We can let them get some practice with some witness statements.
It's so quiet.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
If they're anywhere, they're in Blackwater.
Yeah, at
cadet right
the
here?
general store.
Yeah, they're friends of Bobby's.
Okay.
Or telegram station, yeah.
Well,
There
tell
he
you
is.
what, let's swing up through Emerald, make sure that our presence is known up there, then we'll slide over to Valentine, check in there, just do a quick poke our nose around, saloon, bank, and all that, make sure everything's kosher, and then we'll head down to Blackwater from that point.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, if you need me to do anything, just send a tip in.
Yeah, we'll do. Same to you. Tip if anything, and try to stay safe, Yelena.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one, Yelena.
That's all you have to do, really. Stay safe.
Wait, am I going with them?
It was easy. I got to this.
Okay. I don't know who I'm going with.
I swear, Hutch, you're gonna be senior deputy sooner rather than fucking later.
All right, report.
Oh, my head! Ugh.
Oh, no. Okay, I guess we're waiting.
Finally got someone to be forced to leave this.
Well, Hutch is a natural fucking leader. Yeah, go.
Alright.
I'll go with you so you're not alone.
Yep. Also, so I can know who is coming.
So, man, we have a lot of gangs out there, man. We have a lot of gangs. We have a lot of people that are dangerous, a lot of people that are crazy. I wonder where all the civilians are, man.
You know, I wonder where all the civilians are. I don't think I've, we saw that news reporter. We saw that news reporter.
Whoa, 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 calm down. Calm down.
Non-existent, man. I'm hoping the update fixes that. Cause there's 118 people on the server. There's 118 people on the server. There's 5 people on duty. There's 2 cadets. Right? So that's 7. Let's assume even one, let's add 1 more to that. Maybe there's a deputy that just logged on. That's 8 people. That's 110 people. You're not telling me 110 people on the server are criminals, man. I can't believe that. I don't believe that. There has to be. They're all in the caves, man. They're all mining in the caves. There has to be. From that 110, man, tell me at least 10 of them, man. Tell me at least 10 of them are civilians, dude. There's no way that there's 110 people in Van Horn right now.
I got your horse over here, partner. Almost ran away.
I appreciate that, Pop.
Right. He is.
Thank you. Easy now, buddy. Easy. Oh, come on now.
Rangers, medics, Van Horn. How many rangers are there? How many rangers are there? There are 5 rangers on duty. There's 4 rangers on duty, 1 medic. So that's 5. That means there's still 105 people on the server. That means there's still 105 people on the server. They have to be somewhere, man.
All right, did we go ahead and put a tip in?
Yes, we did.
All right, beautiful. Cadet, lead us on to Emerald Station.
Alrighty. Let's do 1, 2, 2, 1.
1, 2, 2, 1. I'll take up the rear.
Oh no, Doc!
Oh, little dog.
It's alright. It's alright.
Maybe 3 in Guarma. Let's say there's 5 in Guarma. There's still 100 people. Where are they? There's not 100 cribs on the server, man. I refuse to believe it. I want to help the community, but I can't find the community. I want to help the community. I want to go up and give people tasks and do little quests for people. I just can't find the community, man.
Whoa.
Where are they?
I ride from town to town and I get chased. Who do you play, Charlemagne? Who do you play?
Goddamn tracks gonna make my horse's leg get caught.
Don't worry, Pop. I'll catch you if you fall.
Well, who's gonna catch my horse's shattered femur? Zodi, man, I love. Jaeger pulled off to the side.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
my bad,
shit.
my bad. Catch up in formation.
Oh!
All right.
Stop the horses, stop the horses.
Stop the horses. Fella had a headache.
That's, you're gonna scare away the cadet there, Sullivan.
Oh, I was trying to signal him. I guess that might have been the wrong way to do it.
Yeah, that's, Oh,
Zodi,
geez.
man, I love
fucking
Kane so much,
artillery
man.
off.
He's funny. He's great. He feels like a GTA character. He's fantastic. And when I say he, man, I mean you, dude. You're just funny. You specifically are funny.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like
I mean, I did miss the turn, but I blame you because
I feel
trying to keep track of
like Simeon, man. I feel like Simeon and Franklin, man.
Oh yeah, you into redheads? That's your type?
Just being sleazy, man. Getting this young guy to help me being sleazy.
I know what.
The stream title: A creature without a community helps its community.
Yeah, they're intelligent animals.
LJ killed the idea of communities. I play an NPC Civ, but the hours I get on, people don't engage, man. Man, I want to go up to people, and I want to help them. I want to help them. I want to find like where the people are and go on like little missions and stuff with them. There was a guy the other day. He told me he's a big game hunter. He's a big game hunter from England. He's been all over the world. He's been hunting big game. We went out to the forest, man. We hunted a cougar. I made the bait. I put it up. Shit jumped out of the bushes. Almost killed me. Almost killed him. The guy got it. It was awesome, man. It was awesome. If I didn't crash, I would have like pushed him on some more RP.
I'm gonna say this once. Because he had
The hunters was so cool, man. I loved that guy.
Okay. Alley-oop. There you go.
What?
I've been waiting for an opportunity to use it at all, and I'm never doing it again.
I hope our characters meet. I would love to get Pop involved in some Bluestone RP. Man, I wouldn't do the security stuff, man. But I would love to do something. I would love to do something with Bluestone.
Well, I've been shot at a couple times by the 10-ton gang over the last couple weeks. Seemed like they really want me.
Me earlier today.
Well, these ones, they're very dangerous, these folk.
Yeah, so I heard. There was that time they robbed the bank and they left a message for you.
What'd they leave? What was the message?
Oh, you didn't get that?
No, I didn't get it.
That's funny. Yeah, no, they got the hostage to yell at the deputies that they're coming for you and your time is I don't know, short or something.
We'll have to see about that, won't we? Them fellas, they've been looking for me. They've been riding hard.
All right.
But I don't ever let my guard down.
Cadet, we're moving on without Hutch.
Alrighty. 1, 2, 2.
1 to 2.
Literally everything, man. Literally anything, man. There's so much like RP. There's so much RP that could be had. I'm going crazy for the bait. I gotta make sure I don't overuse the bait. But ever since I figured out how to make and properly use the bait, I've been losing my mind, dude.
Alright, picking up
I think wildlife could be such a is such a cool kind of neutral enemy, right? Wildlife is such a cool neutral because it's not like, unless you're going around like destroying ecosystems, I don't think it's like morally wrong to protect yourself from a cougar, right? I don't think it's morally wrong to protect yourself from a bear, man. So just like,
He's slowing down. What's happening?
I just love I love the baits. I love the baits. I wish I could make a bear bait, but it looks like the cougar bait. It looks like the strong bait every time I place it down is cougar bait or jaguar bait. Jaguar bait. Zodi said that he's Zodi said that he's trying to be a conflict starter and a shit stirrer. Because everybody's too nice. Man, that's just something that, like, seems to be, like, an RP thing in general.
Telegrams.
It seems to be an RP thing in general. People don't really want to beef with other gangs, right? I think that's something that you've seen on Wild. It's something that you see in other servers as well. right?
Yeah, let's go by the
Like the law will always be a criminal's enemy, just on a philosophical and a practical level, right? So I think people are really like, they're confident and they're like, they don't mind saying like, fuck the cops, no matter what level of criminal they are. But it's a different story when you say, you know, when you're trying to beef with other gangs, man.
Looking at this woman.
It's a different level of conflict when you're beefing with other gangs.
Alrighty.
Right? But that's such a good thing, man. That's such a good thing. I need to get a gang that I'm beefing with. I need to get a gang that I'm having an issue with, or something like that, or just some people that I'm having an issue with. I need more conflict in my life, man. Right now, I'm in a kind of a feeling out stage, where I'm seeing who are like the best connects, who are the people I want to. Who are the people I want to associate with? And you know, once I lock those people in, beefing with the opposite people, right? Earlier today, I almost hit Blondie with a baseball bat. That was off stream because he looked at my trunk and I almost fucking laid him out with a baseball bat. But his friend turned up with a gun, man. But that got negotiated into possible business in the future. But the Lost, they're such a big, oppressive force, right? A big kind of almost feeling omnipresent force. Because they're in control of the whole meth trade. That it would be a really cool thing to like beef with them. Right? I want to work with the Russians just because people hate them, right? I want the fact that I'm working with somebody to like be a deal breaker for somebody else, right? Like, dude, you're giving these people money? That's right, my friend, I'm giving these people money. They're giving me a good price, better than your price, my friend. What kind of businessman would I be if I went to Jew and you were fucking me on the price? Just being aggressive, man. Just being a little bit aggressive. I think everyone is a little too hesitant to be the bad guy.
And keeping right.
A little bit too hesitant to just do something because it's completely unreasonable. Right? That's something that I try to do a lot on Clayton, is just sometimes being completely unreasonable, right?
And we're gonna pick it to sprint
in my demands. Here's the thing, man. Sometimes you're really unreasonable, and then people still settle for your demands, and you're like, no, dude, fucking fight me on this. Please don't don't just go along with what I'm saying, man. I'm asking for too much. Whoa.
Wagon ahead, slowing to rest horses.
This is a very beautiful color right now, the world.
Slowing down.
Zodi said, like, I'm beefing with Manny for the stupidest reason. That could easily be solved, but I don't want it to be solved. That's great, man. That's great. I love, by the way, that you're beefing with Manny. I love, by the way, that you're beefing with Manny. Because it feels like not a legitimate, like, OOC beef. It feels like a beef, like a low-stakes beef that people would have in real life. That just because people were being unreasonable and emotional could end up with people killing each other, man. Relationship shit, right, could definitely escalate into something being, like, violent. I like to kind of like.
Okay, we're going up north. Barefoot person handcuffed to left in the crater up north near the lab.
Well, shit.
I'll mark it all as responding.
What was I about to say?
Oh.
I like when people are kind of like, I'm having like a slight disagreement with them, and then I do the cabbie emo. Hey, don't fuck me, my friend. Do not fuck me, my friend. Do not fuck me, my friend. I don't want to be fucked. Fuck you, my friend. Do not fuck me, my friend. I just, because it's like a funny way to start a conflict. It lets people know that I'm like taking it a little bit humorously, but it can actually, you know, it can escalate if people want to escalate it.
But in this case, we're going fast because we need to get there. So, do you know where the crater is, cadet?
I know where the science building is. The one with the big pole and glowing orb electricity one.
Alright, yeah, lead the way there. Go ahead.
Alright.
Do not fuck me, my friend. That's what I was going for. I think Sleeps is an amazing RPer. Sleeps is great, man. Sleeps is great. I really like Manny a lot. He's completely comfortable being the ass. Riggs seems like a character that is very. I'm trying to think. It's kind of like friction. Causes a lot of friction. Causes a lot of friction, which is great, man. Which is great. He's an easily hateable character, and that means people can get conflict with him, man. I mean, there was a whole there was a whole event. That of people that wanted to kick his ass. Is Castro in any way based on Scarface? When I made him, I had no intention of him being anything like Scarface.
How would you deal with that in the future? Where your ears get clogged up and all of a sudden you can't hear anything?
I had no intention of making him based on Scarface
My
at all.
ears got all clogged up and I wasn't able to hear anything.
I wanted him. He's kind of like based on my uncles, man. At least stylistically, he looks like how my uncles would dress. Like he looks like an out of touch dad. He looks like
we'll stay on the track.
He looks like a businessman that sell you watches or sell you bootleg DVDs on the side of the road, on the sidewalk in New York City. I'm not sure what I'm not sure exactly what the Scarface lore is. But I've been thinking about maybe pushing him towards like a Scarface kind of style once things are have fully taken off. His kind of background has transformed a little bit, right? Just because as I'm playing the character, I was kind of figuring out his background. So spoilers, I told you this, Zodi, so you're aware of it. But spoilers for anyone else that isn't. Meta for anyone else that doesn't know. Castro is so in 1980. In 1980, a lot of there was a very big kind of influx of asylum seekers that fled Cuba into the U.S., right? It was called the Mariel Boat Lift. It was called the Mariel Boat Lift.
Let's
it was in response to the U.S. saying that they'll take any defectors, any asylum seekers from Cuba, right? So hundreds of people came over. It might have even been thousands. I'm not sure the exact number.
Don't forget to tell us when you're picking it up.
And after it happens, right? It's over like a couple of weeks. Just boats packed to the brim, like people shoulder to shoulder, like squeezed in like sardines coming over. After all the boats kind of land and the dust is a little bit settled. Oh, there.
You alright, kid?
Oh shit. After the dust is settled and everything like that, Castro announces, he like laughs in America's face and he says, yeah, the people that we just sent over, I just cleared out my prisons. Those are all crooks. Those are all prostitutes. Those are all like crack addicts and stuff like that I sent. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. I just sent you the worst of my people amongst, actual asylum seekers. And the lore is that Castro is one of the people from the prison that got sent over to America. Not by his choice. He doesn't like this country.
Jaeger was there. You remember that, Jaeger?
But that's a real thing that happened in real life. That's the Mariel boat lift.
I know, it's great.
Look it up. It's a wild event from the Cold War. Wild event from the Cold War. Because everybody comes to America for the opportunity, right? It's the flip on that. This guy does not want to live in America at all. This dude does not like America at all, man. He's gotten the what's it called? The kind of like communist mindset, right? But he's forced to be here. That's kind of how Scarface starts. I haven't seen Scarface in years, man. I have not seen Scarface since I was like in high school. Is that how Scarface starts? Well, I guess my character's just out of touch dad Scarface.
Want to take me? I don't know if
Jaeger, can you get us up to the crater?
Yeah.
I thought I picked up the disdain when he says
get up.
he likes baseball. Right, like he's like he's fucking with the he's just kind of like fucking with people. Right? Oh, I love American baseball, my friend. The American baseball best in the world, my friend. I love the Mets. I love the Mets. Hit a home run, the Mets.
All right.
Right, the meme, the Spider-Man meme. It's him being like tongue-in-cheek with that shit. I love apple pie, my friend. I love apple pie. Cause let me tell you something, man. Caribbean, Dominicans, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, that's baseball, man. Those are fucking Caribbean Islanders, man. They're very passionate about their baseball.
Hard left.
All of my cousins, man, they all play baseball. Like all of my cousins play baseball, man. Swallison, what's going on? What was he in prison for? I haven't announced that. I haven't told anybody yet.
Off-road.
Oh wait, no, I have. I told it to. I forgot who I told it to. Just I've said it a few times. Just robbing stuff, right? Just robbing stuff. In his kind of like interpretation of communism, right? There was a time where Cuba was proper communist, but now it's just a dictatorship, right? And the people at the top, they have everything, and it's just like it's just like how it was before. God forbid he takes some of the stuff from rich people and he takes it from him for himself who needs it. and he gets arrested for that. The hypocrisy. The hypocrisy. I think I've said that a few times, so. I haven't played Vice City, man. I should play Vice City. I have not played Vice City, man. I need to play it. It'll probably help me. And like coming up with cool ideas. Man, why is my horse always slower than theirs? Have you guys noticed that? My horse is significant.
Whoa! You heard that, partner? There's a damn big explosion there. It sounded like it.
Yeah, which means we can't do shit about it.
That's it. Fellas is blowing themselves up.
I'm right here.
Right there. We lost someone else. We lost Ali. That's him.
Is that them coming?
Yeah,
I think it is.
fucking massive explosion in Van Horn.
Did you hear that, partner? Big explosion, Van Horn.
Doing the RC plane mission. I've seen YouTube clips of that. I've seen YouTube clips of that. People getting really frustrated and upset with that.
Oh, look at that, it's a train. I'm gonna go say hello to the train, fellas.
Alright, don't go alone. Let me come with you.
All right.
No, not a good idea.
Hello? That's out.
Hello?
Maybe in the back.
Dude, I hate the
Right, this ring through Van Horn, you fucked.
Where's
no here.
it? Maybe they're sending a telegram. Oops, sorry.
Yeah. Oh,
I should have turned around. I'm sorry about that.
That's a terrible place to turn around, Sullivan. Hello.
Say in the telegram office, this fella.
I did hear a voice from the telegram office.
All right, well.
Probably sending a tip about the train to us.
Yeah, probably.
We're not gonna say hello. We're not gonna investigate why there's nobody on the train. Okay. Oh, there is a handcuffed guy though. We gotta go deal with that.
Get on the train.
Fuck. He has like that husky voice, man. I don't know how to do it.
Get on the damn train, CJ.
No, it's more husky.
Get on.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Man,
I haven't played the original fucking Grand Theft Auto games, man. I haven't played the original Grand Theft Auto games. I played 3. I played 3, and that's it out of the original games. I played 3. That's the only one I had, and that's because my friend sneakily loaned it to me. No way my parents were gonna let me play GTA, dude. What, are you crazy, man? GTA? I think I have I at least have San Andreas on Steam. I don't know if I have all of the Grand Theft Auto original classics on Steam. I might. Nobody's played 1 and 2. Is there a London one? Is there a London one? I remember there was, on the PSP, there was a GTA Triad or something like that.
You alright? Alright, okay.
Good luck,
Yeah, have a
partner.
good one.
There was a London one. That's odd. That's strange. Uh-oh. FPS. Uh-oh. Why am I tanking here? Fuck. Alright, we're good. Alright, we're good. I was tanking there for a second, man. That was strange. That was odd.
Let me double check that I'm going the right way. Yeah.
More this way.
Should be this road here. The one the Jaeger's on. Fairly certain it's the thing.
It's right there. GTA 3 really changed things. What an iconic franchise, man. I wish I played them at the time, because I feel, I dread that I'm going to go and try to play it, and it's just going to be antiquated.
Alright, you guys, go counterclockwise.
I'm going inside.
Hey, heard what they said, partner with me. We're going counterclockwise. Anybody here? Anybody here?
Anybody
No one?
here?
I tried playing San Andreas, man. It was a little antiquated. Just in terms of controls, man, graphics don't really bother me too much.
Anyone here?
I don't mind if a game looks old. But when it plays old, eek. The first one, I was born in '97. I was born in '97, which makes me 26. Is it older than me, man? Are the games older than me? They might be.
Naked man being handcuffed.
I figured a fella might have already turned up. You see anything of interest in the pit there?
No, there's nothing. Not a single marker. Yeah, that'll be the nearest building. Could have stopped there and it's a freaking hideout for criminals and ne'er-do-wells.
97, the fact that I was born in 97, and this is not me making a joke or anything like that. I think 9/11 is my very first memory. I think 9/11 is one of my very earliest memories, if not the earliest memory that I have. Being from New York. I would have been, what, 4 at the time? I would have been just starting kindergarten. I didn't understand what was going on. I was just happy to be going home early that day. Which sounds awful, man, but I was 4, dude.
Crossing Sheriff's Department. Anyone inside of this lab?
Sheriff Department, anyone's inside, please make yourself. You have a gun.
I was in 6th grade during 9/11. Damn. That's crazy. Fuck. I remember in 2002, there was a big power outage. Does anyone remember? Anyone on the East Coast remember when the entire East Coast power went down? The entire power grid for the East Coast, the Northeast. Yeah, for a few days. I have a memory of that. I remember,
Sounds good.
I remember that happening, and my dad said, "Eh, fuck this," and we like left, and we stayed with relatives in Pennsylvania. That's wild, man. I'm surprised everyone remembers that. I was just thinking about that like last week. I was just thinking about I was just thinking about the power outage.
Let them miss.
I remember there was a minor earthquake. I remember there was a minor earthquake sometime in the 2000s. I remember feeling something and going, "What the fuck was that?" And then finding out later that it was an earthquake. I was at my friend's house when it happened in the city. It was like nothing. It was like barely anything. I just remember going, "What? Huh?" It was it was like nothing. Polarizer. Everyone says it to me, and now I need to say it to you. You were born in the 2000s, man. You're so young. You're so young. Everyone does that to me, man. Now I can do that to you. I remember Princess Diana being a big deal. I don't have any I have no memory of Princess Diana at all. I didn't find out about Princess Diana until like way later, like way after she was dead. Oh, was that Darth that said that? No, Polarizer said that. Oh, it was Darth. It was big news. I'm gonna say something brave. I'm gonna say something bold, and I'm gonna say something that no one's ever said before. You ready? I don't understand the obsession with the royal family.
Nope.
I know that's a completely unique take that only I've ever had before. I don't understand the obsession with the royal family, man. It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. What did they do? Nothing? Oh, all right. I'm gonna make a lot of people upset with this one. The royal family are Kardashian tier. I've just made everybody in Canada and everybody in England really upset. I don't get it. I mean, all right. So what? What do? They don't do anything. Right? You got there's a prime minister. There's parliament. Tell me, Darth. Darth is a royalist. Tell me, what do they do? What do they do? What do they do? What do they do? I don't understand. They love their king and country. King George, man. Listen, I liked Queen Elizabeth. I thought she was a sweet old lady. I thought she was kind of cool. She drove a Jeep in World War II. I think that's kind of badass. But come on, man. You're telling me you're on board with the fucking wrinkled testicle King George, man? The actual Lich King. Can't they technically take back all the power if they wanted? No way, man. They cannot take back anything. Fuck that. There might be some sort of clause or something, but if they do that, bro, they're deposed. It's France style.
So the Rangers picked up an injured person in northern Roanoke.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna go lower my head down there. Good luck with everyone else. And good ride with it. See you around.
See ya.
Man, everyone's so quiet, dude. What's with that? I raised everybody up. What is with that? What is he saying?
Are you speaking up, partner?
Oh yeah, I was just asking you what you're up to because it seems like once been sent me and Ellie when I understand that.
Well, all right, if y'all are headed to Saint Denis, we splitting up. I should head to Valentine then. That way we're a little bit covering some more spots, I figure.
Yeah, sounds good. Probably need to take the cadet with you then.
I'll do all I can cheering you on.
All right there, partner. Well, I tell you what I like to do, partner, is I like to find folk in town. I like to help them out whatever they got going on. It's a little bit different than what most fellas will do. Most fellas will teach you. But I figure it's necessary.
Absolutely.
And between you and me, partner, I figure it's a better spending of our time than randomly searching for folk we have no idea where they is. Maybe folk just found us.
All right, pick up.
Recognize those folk?
Bro, I can't hear these guys at all. What the are they whispering, man? Is it me? Am I old?
Picking it up.
I can hear the cadet loud and clear, right? I couldn't hear Stone at all earlier today either. You know what it is, man? I changed the auto raise lower volume feature. That must be it. That must be it. I changed the auto equalize feature. I turned that off. I was thinking that could have been the issue. That must be it. Because I think both of these guys are very soft-spoken, so they must be really like speaking quietly into their mics. And it's like picking it up and it's like making them very quiet.
All right, we're gonna split off going this way. I'll see y'all around.
All right.
Send us a tip if something comes up. You mind giving me just 1 second so I can adjust my saddle here?
All right. Turn that shit back on, man, because it's I can't hear anybody, dude. And it's usually just the soft-spoken people that I can't hear. Automatic voice volume leveling. That's the shit.
All right, we're good.
Let's go for it.
Let me ask you, partner, what's your name?
Don. Don Dieters.
Don. What do you prefer to be called?
I honestly have no preference.
Let's take a ride up this way.
I know
Mr.
A
Dieters.
lot of people use their last name.
Right.
But, I mean, you can call me Don, too.
All right, Mr. Don, Mr. Diggitys. Name's Sullivan, Deputy Sullivan.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, pleasure's all mine there, partner. How long you been a cadet?
About a week.
About a week, brand new then, pretty much.
Yep, yep.
Well, I figure...
Got my note from the marshals.
Now he's really loud, man.
Sheriff for an interview back in November, but
I gotta lower him now.
other things came up and I had to go out of state for a little while.
I see.
And then recently, you know, I've found myself with a lot more time.
Give me just another second, I gotta fix the saddle again.
Oh.
You was all right, partner?
Hurt, partner. I'm alright. I just scraped my elbow.
All right, you need a bandage or something, fella?
No, I'm sorry
Hey,
about
man,
that,
you just
partner. I
knocked
was
him off his
looking.
horse.
I was looking off into the sky. I was daydreaming.
Oh, shit.
I'm real sorry about that.
No, miss, I should give that guy a talking to real quick.
Yeah,
y'all's
you
all
better
right?
chase
Y'all just headed up to Emerald Ranch this way?
What's that?
Y'all headed up to Emerald Ranch?
No, we were heading up to Ansburg.
Ansburg. All right, well, be careful around that area. It's real dangerous these days.
Oh, yeah?
That's
What's your
right.
name, fella?
Name's Sullivan.
Sullivan? Nice to meet you, Sullivan. What do you do around here?
I'm a deputy.
Oh, you're a deputy. Nice to meet you, deputy.
Yeah, we're
I'll
actually
keep
just
that in
heading to
mind.
Annisburg.
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh, my God.
Jesus
oh,
Christ.
My God.
Well, all right. Listen, fella, I'm gonna arrest this fella. Y'all take care, all right?
Thank you, partner.
Hey, come on there, partner.
Stop the way.
What's with that? All right, get the hell out of here.
Thank you, deputy.
Right.
Thank you, deputy.
Yeah. Y'all take care, all right?
Will do.
Take care, y'all.
Come on, you bastard. Come on. Ain't no need to run. All right. Yeah, fella looked real scared. I don't think he's gonna do something like that again. It might have just been an accident. Let's let him go.
Alrighty.
How's that, partner?
Howdy, it's John. Who the fuck were you guys just chasing?
Some local man, he hit those fellas with his cart. We was just making sure I understood he did wrong.
Okay.
Where's you headed towards, partner?
Roads.
Roads? All right.
Saw a group of like 5 or 6 right out of Ansburg up north.
Well, we
Damn
saw
near
them
shit
come
myself.
in. What was they doing, you said?
Nothing, just riding through, but I damn near shit myself.
You real on edge, partner, is that right?
A little bit.
I don't
You know,
blame you. I heard what
I know,
happened to McIntosh.
What happened to McIntosh?
Well, from the report,
What?
from the bulletin at least, looks like some crazed fella took her, tortured her somewhere, dropped her off.
Did y'all pick up that fella that was in up north? I don't know. You weren't on that group.
Well, I was. Looks like the Rangers got him though.
All right. All right, I'm gonna pick it up a little bit. I want to get to town.
Well, I figure that, partner.
Jeremy,
What was that? I couldn't hear you there.
I said, how you been doing, Bob? It's been a
How
long
I been doing? Well, I ain't dead. And I ain't tortured,
I mean,
so
that's one way to look at it.
I figure. That's right. This here's Cadet Dieter.
Yep.
I hope I got that right.
Dieters with an S.
Dieters with an S.
Yeah, I've met Dieters a few times.
Seems like the numbers pretty low for law department today.
It seems to be the case. It's all over the place. Sometimes you get one of the strongest forces in the West. Sometimes you get a skeleton crew. From my understanding, lots of folk are hurt today. I was told the Rude Boy gang, I don't know what they's called, maybe the Rude Boys.
Yeah, the Rude Boys.
Right. I heard they went on a rampage yesterday or the previous day.
Yesterday, they shot down 6 of us in Bayou Noir.
Well,
after we arrested fucking what's his face, Rudy.
Rude Boy Rudy. He the leader, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Shit, was you there, partner?
I was there.
Mind telling me what happened? What's the story?
They took Lynn and one other deputy going right, and they were holding them out in that like little town in the bayou. Right.
Right.
Then we were talking and they were trying to get us out into the open, and all of a sudden they shot Lynn and the other hostage and opened fire on us. It was a fucking, we dropped 2 of them, but they got the rest of us.
Well,
Except for one, they didn't get Mercer.
That's terrible.
It's whatever. Bunch of fucking cowards, that's all.
Oh, man.
Let's check the tip line here.
Uh-huh. Thanks, Bob.
Right.
Evening,
Man horn active. Transit authority active.
Elena.
Elena.
Thank you, sir. I actually need your help, Belle.
On.
Nobody wrote a case file for the bathhouse incident last night, and I'm just trying to compile it together. So,
Alright.
when you have a moment, you want to look over it and just make sure everything is in there, because I can't imagine that they're around right now, or maybe they are.
You need something from the lockup there, partner? Dawn?
No, I'm all right. Thank you.
Maybe to St. Dennis. Alright, we need a ride to
What happened in Saint Denis?
I'm not entirely sure what happened, and I'm trying to get witness statements
What
as
happened in
well,
Saint
so
Denis?
don't panic about it too much. Just when you have time, have a look at it and add anything you need added. And
Let me get stuff
Absolutely,
back.
I'll do that.
Okay.
We need to get to.
That's Peach's telegram.
What happened in Saint Denis?
That's where Hathaway and Co. are going. So if
Right.
Hathaway's
we
there,
just split up with them so we can cover more ground.
all right.
Well, they went to rest their head.
Right. Oh yeah, one of them was sleeping as well.
Yeah. So I mean, either way, I'd like to link up with Jaeger, make sure that he's all right down there.
All right. You want us to accompany you, partner?
If you want, unless you guys are planning something else.
Well, we're just gonna head over to Valentine and see what was going on up there.
I just came from Valentine. I thought he's dead.
Oh, Blackwater then.
All right. I'll see you then.
I'll see you out.
Enjoy that horse, leaders.
Alrighty.
Please.
Howdy there, partner.
I'm really Scottish.
my mom wasn't really, not so much.
Is that Bill? Is that Bill?
How are you?
Hi there, partner.
Hi there. How are you?
Look at y'all. Y'all are fancy dressed. There's something going on?
Not that I
No,
know of.
no, sir.
I'm just fabulously
sorry.
rich.
Oh, look at that. Shit. Was one of the Braithwaites, the Caligars, anything like that?
No, I'm Sardaukaj.
Sardaukaj.
I live up the road across from the parlor house. You know, the house with the
Sardaukaj.
poodle.
The house with the poodle.
Pippa.
That one right there.
Hmm.
I'm familiar with the place.
Yes, I've returned after a short stint in Europe after my husband's sad passing. See, the Duke was taken ill with solar urticaria.
Urticaria.
Yes, he had a sun disease, essentially.
A sun disease.
Yes, he was very sensitive.
Very sensitive to
Unfortunately,
the
he
sun.
succumbed.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, miss.
Thank you.
So, Ray,
It's been hard.
a rodeo in town that we don't know about?
A rodeo in town?
Yeah.
Not to my understanding. Well, if you hear about one, I'd like to attend.
Yeah,
Me and this
yeah.
fella, we just passing through. I'm a deputy there, partner. Usually out west. I'm just helping out in the area.
Well, it's always a pleasure to meet a deputy. Let me tell you.
Is it true what they say about out west?
What's
Around every corner lurks a desperate criminal, an outlaw of renown.
Well, not every corner, but quite a few of them.
Imagine you got all kinds of stories from out there.
That I do. That I do.
Well, you ever use that gun?
I have. Although a
Oh,
gentleman
boy.
don't shoot and tell.
Yeah, fair enough.
So what
Oh,
brings
maybe,
you out to Rhodes?
I was just helping out fellas down here. Deputy Bill was headed here. I was just accompanying him. It seems real dangerous these days. Now, I ain't too sure if y'all been hearing about it. I ain't too sure what's in the paper these days, but lots of folk going around causing harm, causing chaos. It's the world we live in, it seems.
Absolutely. No, it
Right.
seems to be getting worse all the time.
How's y'all been holding up? Everything been quiet around these parts?
I've been in the city
no.
all afternoon.
It's been, I gotta say, and I hate to complain, I'm not a whiner. I'm more salt of the earth like you, But it's really gone to the dogs around here. It's nothing like it was when I was a kid.
That it has, quite literally.
They're everywhere, and some of these layabouts, I don't think most of this town is even working, Deputy. I'm getting worried. They're probably not paying any taxes. It's sad, really.
Dreadful.
Partner, what do you think? What do you think we should do about that? I'm curious.
Well, look, when I would vacation here during the summers, spend them with the Braithwaites, well, back then things were a little different, and family money helped the town run smoothly. Nothing untoward about it, just good old money, keeping honest folks working and doing good. I think they could really use that again,
Definitely. I agree there, partner, I agree. Although it ain't just about money, it's about folk putting in the elbow grease and making sure they clean the town up as well. I'll tell you what, partner, you ever carried a shovel before?
Carry what?
A shovel.
Yeah, I've carried shovels 2 or 3 times, probably.
2 or 3 times there,
Yeah.
partner. All right, what about a broom or something?
We had, well, Esmeralda usually did most of that. How is that relevant to this?
Well, 'cause no matter how much money you throw, partner, it don't mean nothing unless you're ready to get your hands dirty. Well, I tell you what, I'm just looking right now, the state of this street's real nasty. Now, if you was willing to help out, me, I'm willing to help out, and I'll make sure I force Mr. Don here to help out.
Oh, I'll help out.
We clean this street right up, you, me, and him.
Yeah, I'd be happy to pay you to do that, sure.
Well, no, not pay me, partner, you help me.
Yeah, help you with money.
Roll your sleeves out.
Oh,
Get one of those dang brooms and shovel some
So
of this
funny.
shit on the street with me, partner.
Good lord.
Jeez, you're something else, huh?
Have I had time to tell you about my charity?
I don't believe you had. Charity?
All right, so it's actually relevant to you, Deputy, because you could be helping me, helping others. You see, as you know, there's a disparity between wealth and poverty when it comes to fines for crimes. For example, someone like me could do a bank robbery and I'm fabulously wealthy and it would mean nothing.
It's true.
Fine-wise.
It is
How
true.
wealthy is
Whereas a
fabulously
poor,
wealthy,
impoverished soul, it could cripple them with debt. So I run the Debt Immunity Community Charity. So I'm willing to forgive debts and help people pay for debts for petty crimes and smaller crimes of people that you think might turn their lives around. So you could recommend people like that to me. And I run a no questions
That is just wonderful. That's so kind.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I used to do crime, and I was like $14,000 in debt. I just gold panned until I was better. Like it
Deputy,
takes
this
next to no
this
effort.
criminal, please, Deputy, can you take care of this? I'm uncomfortable.
Well, look, partner, this here he ain't no criminal. This is my partner here, Deputy Bill. Now, your charity y'all talking about, I'm sure would have helped Mr. Bill change his life around, but he took
No, 'cause I did it
means
the
to
old
his 2
American
hands.
way.
That's right, he took it with his 2 hands.
Exactly. Changed my life with my own 2 hands. A
Absolutely
gold
no
pan, and I
shame
did
in-
everything I
in
could.
either way, though.
Sorry, come again, miss.
Oh, I was just saying, there's no shame in either way. Sometimes a helping hand, you know.
Yeah, but a helping hand also makes rotten teeth.
What?
Rotting? I've never heard that before.
Helping hand also makes rotten teeth. Taking
I've
too
never
many
heard that say it
handouts.
before.
Sometimes you do just have to
They'll
pull
just give a
yourself
badge
up.
to anybody, huh?
Come again.
It's hard times. Is that it? Does the department need more funding?
Well, all right, partner. Don't cross no lines here.
No, I'd be happy to help.
That's not at all what I was saying. What I'm saying is you got to pull yourself up by your own bootstraps after you fucked up your own life. Can't
Well,
go
if you
expecting
say
to
so.
have somebody
I
to just,
mean-
pay that off.
It's what
If
you
anything,
got.
that'd be incentive to do more crime. Somebody's just going to keep on paying off all your debt.
He's right.
Sometimes it's harder for people to pay off those debts. What I'm saying is there's a disparity.
Right.
And we're mending the disparity. If
Right.
someone abuses it, it's going to be quite clear quite quickly because I can't keep ledgers.
But it's almost like the fines are part of the consequence of committing the crime. That's the thing.
Yes, but the fines towards the impoverished person are a much harsher reality. Is that not so? So logically, closing the disparity gap for those less fortunate is the moral correct thing to do.
Well, that's the lovely thing. I don't think poor people are the ones doing the crime, because if you look at everybody who's getting consistently arrested to have these 13, 14, almost $20,000 fines, or that much debt in the bank, aren't the kind of people that are poor, or the kind
So
of
you
people
don't
that are like,
consider
oh,
someone
we
with
have.
negative $20,000 in debt poor?
No, because then they have another $45,000 in
fucking
gems or
wild.
some other bullshit. Gold bars
Hey,
and
Vermin.
bonds hidden away either somewhere private
Chill out
or
with that, dude. I
even
know you
in
put
that
the
same
slash
fucking
test,
bank
but
vault.
even the
If you
slash
say
test.
so, Deputy, but
chill
there's
out with
always
that, dude.
people who
Don't
I don't say so.
chill
I
out
know
with
so.
that. Even if you put the slash S.
There's
Thank you for
always
your
going to be
input.
poor people that
Right.
need help.
All I'm saying is you're just taking away one more. You're taking away one more. What's the word? Consequence
That's your opinion.
of committing crime. That's my opinion on it. Yeah, you're right.
One could argue it was immoral to find someone who can't pay it off in the first.
Quite
who
the
is
opposite. I think we
desperate
should
enough
find them
to
harder.
rob a bank or rob a person
Oh my
because they
God.
have no money, and then they further their crimes because they feel overwhelmed by debt. That's who we're focusing on.
Right.
Once you achieve, do a few crimes, get fined, they're gonna keep doing crimes. And so, giving money to help pay them off just makes them want to do more crimes.
I think you could
A
argue
lot
the
of these
logic either way.
criminals,
I think it's very, very discouraging to hear that the automatic assumption is thus very discouraging indeed. I hope that's not a
It's-
departmental-wide attitude because it dehumanizes people.
Well, I think they really understand the ins and outs of your entire program here. It sounds like they really get it. They understand the entire picture, and they've already made up their minds about it.
Right.
That's great. Thanks for your help, deputies.
I'm not gonna. I'll be honest with you. I ain't gonna stop you from doing whatever you want to do.
Oh, you can't.
You
Yeah,
wouldn't
no,
be
you're
able
right.
to, sir.
You're
No,
100% correct. I
Let's not
can't.
start with arrogance, sir. I'm not interested. Good night.
I would love for you
Not
to let me finish my sentence.
okay.
Alrighty, I fucking hate these kinds of people. I swear to God.
I don't think they understand the importance of hard, honest work.
Because if you go and you just go and pay off somebody's fucking debt, what sense does that fucking make, right?
That basically means, hey, I do crime and I get paid for it.
Yeah, I do crime. There's gonna be somebody who's gonna be right there to fucking wipe away all that goddamn debt from my last crime. You agree with me, right, Pop? I'm not being stupid here.
Well, partner, they say they only do it once. You keep repeating, keep coming back, they ain't gonna keep doing it. I think there's more nuance to it than you was letting them say. I understand what you're trying to say there, partner. I understand folk need to be responsible for their own lives. If you're fucking your own life up, that's on you. You gotta fix it. But I think there was some nuance there.
That's how you get people getting handouts and expecting handouts. So it's not only a problem for the people getting the handout, it's a problem for them because guess who's going to come around the next time and guess who's going to have to tell them no, that they're not going to pay off their debt. It's going to be them. And then what's going to happen? They're going to get robbed or worse. You know,
you become accustomed to receiving the money.
Exactly. What's that saying?
They're gonna expect it, and if they can't
Exactly.
get it non-violently, who knows what lengths they'll go.
Exactly. What's that saying? Teach a man to fish, and you'll feed him for his life. You give a man a fish, you'll feed him for a day. You teach him how to fish, you'll feed him for life. Maybe instead of giving handouts, maybe they should start a work program. You know, starting, taking fucking wagons out to the mines. Something safe, something reliable. Or gold panning expeditions. I don't fucking know. But giving handouts ain't the fucking way. That's what I'm gonna say. At least that's my point of view on it. Right. Where y'all two heading to Blackwater?
Right, we're heading to Blackwater. We just want to talk to these folks.
Oh. They seemed like an interesting pair. What were their names?
I didn't get it. Didn't get them.
Lovely. They seem like a perfectly nice and sociable people.
They were sociable.
I'm gonna check the tip line.
Okay.
Damn, dude, there's only 3 cops on the server right now. And here they are.
I'm in.
Oh, wait, that's the 3rd one.
Have you been standing in the same spot?
Off to bed.
Yes.
Injured person.
That is thrilling.
It is. So thrilling. For them.
You asked for this.
Listen, partner, I wouldn't.
Your days are.
Understand the helmet. Oh, sorry.
I didn't know if you wanted me to join you or not.
Hey, help me, I'm getting my ass beat. Man, attack me.
Seemed like you had it handled, I'll be honest with you.
Well, I had it handled, but God forbid you give me a fucking hand. Shit, crazy drunk folk on the porch here.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah, we will, partner.
What happened? Oh.
Just saying hello to the fella.
Can't be handing out punches. I'm trying to think how I feel about it, man. I would have loved to hear more about their organization. I would have loved to hear more about it. I wish they didn't walk away. I was curious about it, man. Man, I just didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say. I truly didn't. I wanted to hear more about their RP, dude. I wanted to hear more about what was going on. It sounded like a really cool thing that was happening. All right, I guess we gotta find a different place, man. Maybe there's civilians in Blackwater to talk to, man. Man, I wanted to help them with whatever they were doing, man. Fuck. Let's go to Blackwater. I'm sure we'll find something in Blackwater.
On your left there, partner. Watch out.
What do you guys think about that, man? I think there's a really interesting philosophical debate. To be had there. So right? I think there was two kind of points being made. There was two arguments being made, right? The initial argument by the fancy lady was fines affect people differently. Fines affect the disparity of wealth, right? Fines affect, I can't think of the word, man. Fines are of little consequence to the wealthy. Fines hurt people that are poor more than fines hurt people who are rich. Or people who have just given up having bank accounts, right? Like, Claytone wasn't rich, man, but I had given up having a bank account. Right? Which in turn, right, poverty, the need for money can cause people to continue spiraling down the hole of criminality. Right? Like a parking ticket, if I got a parking ticket, that'd be rough, man. If any of you people got a parking ticket, that'd be rough. It would hurt. It would hurt. But to someone like Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, they can park wherever they want. And the parking ticket is like the equivalent of just putting a quarter in the meter. Right? So I understand that, right? And the point that Bell was trying to make, is it Bell or Bill? The point that Bell was trying to make is if we give people an out and they don't have to suffer the consequences of their actions, right? If they don't have to, if they experience no consequences from the consequences of their actions, right? They will continue to do it, right? Because they got away with it the first time. And they assume they can keep getting away with it. Vern wrote a thing. For if you suffer your people to be ill-educated and their manners to be corrupted for their infancy, and then punish them for those crimes which their first education disposed them, what else is to be concluded for this, but that you first make them thieves and then punish them? Some countries make it so parking tickets or speeding tickets are a percentage of income instead of a flat fee that is irrelevant to rich people. That's an interesting way to do it. That's an interesting way to do it. It's a really hard question to answer, man. I wish that we could have had the discussion rather than kind of argue and like, you know, not come to any understanding. It's Bell, okay. I thought it was Bill for some reason. I thought his first name was Bill. It's John Bell. All right. A future character interaction opportunity. I can talk to them later if they even want to talk to me. Because I really wanted to understand what they were trying to do with the fine stuff, man. But I don't know. It just kind of like devolved into an argument. I think the nature of crime needs to be taken into consideration as well. So, unlike in real life, you know, poverty isn't really crippling or debilitating. Crime isn't really crippling or debilitating on the server, right? So the effects of poverty don't really have any effect on the actual, like, characters, really, usually. Unless somebody really goes out of their way to roleplay that. I think the vast majority of people who are, what's the word? People who are criminals for either what's the word, man? Because they're thrill-seeking, right? Or B, for just the pure respect of it all. I think that's how most people kind of play criminals on the server. I very rarely do I see somebody that's like a criminal of because they're impoverished because of circumstances. Darth wrote something. I like the way they played it. Made it seem like they were working an angle. It definitely seemed like an angle, right? It definitely seemed like it was probably a scam or something.
That it?
It definitely seemed like it was some sort of scam. Darth said, I feel one side was talking about people forced into crime due to poverty, and the other side was talking exclusively about career criminals. But the RP server, career crims, are the norm, not the exception. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Deputy Sullivan. EX817. Man, I really wanted to...
Is everything alright?
Everything seems to be alright. Everything alright with you?
Yeah, I got injured yesterday, but I'm okay.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It
Anything I can
happens.
do to help?
No, it's alright, thank you.
Alright, well, take care. I hope you feel better.
You too.
I don't know who
The
that
take
was.
care part, not the feel better.
God forbid I feel better. God forbid I feel better.
Okay,
I'm just saying. You went out of your way to make sure I don't feel better. I don't know why. Why you say that?
Hold on. Okay, because you know when you say like, I don't know, have a good day at work or something like that, and someone says you too, but you know what I mean? Like happy birthday, and then you say you too. Was it just me?
When the waiter says enjoy your meal, you say you too.
Exactly. Oh my God, that yeah. So that's what I just did. So I felt like I needed to clarify.
But God forbid I feel better. God forbid. Maybe I'm not feeling great, or maybe I'm feeling really good, and I want to even feel better tomorrow.
Okay, I hope you feel better.
Or I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
One of them said they were staying at the Braithwaites. The other one was saying that they were running that, what's it called, that place? They lived out of the house with the poodle in front of it. I forgot what they called it. They said their last name. I can't remember. It was something French, I believe.
How did it?
All right. They might not have heard me. Sadacash Sadacash. Sadacash. When the first thing that somebody says in the server, there's a TeamSpeak bug that they might not hear you. I try to alleviate that by when I walk up to somebody, I press the button to talk, like once without saying anything, and then I speak after that, but it can still happen where they don't hear you. Or maybe they did hear me, maybe they said hello, I just couldn't hear them, right? That could have been also the issue. It's hard to tell sometimes.
Howdy there, partner. Got it.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry.
All right. You know they got coffee here?
I believe they do.
They got coffee? All right, well, that's perfect.
All right, I guess the guy doesn't really want to talk.
Howdy, mister.
Howdy.
I think he's talking to her. I don't want to ruin. They're having a scene. Let's go out west, man. Let's go out west. 100 people, man. 100 people. I don't have any cigarettes. My character has lung cancer that he's been trying to keep a secret from the rest of the department. So I don't have any.
Howdy.
Fuck. So I don't have any cigarettes. Let's go to Armadillo, I guess, man. Let's go to Armadillo. I don't know. I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do.
Howdy.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Large pool of blood. Telegram requesting witnesses. Large pool of blood found at Flatiron Lakeshore House. Let's go there, I guess. Gotta work on the gums next. Some chewing tobacco. Fuck, man. I don't know why I hitched my horse up. Oh, I think that's Macintosh. Is that the person that got tortured? I just fucking realized who that was. No, doesn't Macintosh have a different accent? I don't know.
Hey there, partner. You know if anybody's in the saloon right now?
I just came from the tailor. I don't know about the saloon.
Well, shit. I'm real hungry. I checked there earlier. I couldn't find anybody.
Let's see, I got a baked potato. If you want one.
That's all right, partner. I might just have to stop by to the general store, get myself a can of corned beef or something like that. Hey, what's your name there, partner?
It's Dean Sweeney. Pleasure.
Sweeney. Name's Sullivan.
Just Sullivan. I like it.
Sullivan. Pop Sullivan, they say.
I don't want to age it too much.
That's all right. You from around here, Sweeney?
Between here and Valentine, mostly. Roads sometimes, but last night I was in the city for hours, and it was not a good time, that's for sure.
Why's that?
Mr. Black and Miss Winters ran into some issues, so
I see.
there wasn't much help to be had. So myself and a couple of them Bluestone fellas kept an eye out. But I think I caught the cold out there standing in the rain, but it's better than any of them getting hurt too much.
Bluestone. That's the guard fellas, right?
Yeah, them fellas that stand around with the medics, as far as I've seen.
Well, I've talked to a few good people. Weller's group, right? Or at least it used to be.
That I don't know. I only met a couple of them.
All right. Oh, you's not a part of it? You just was there?
I had rode up to check my telegrams, and there was a altercation happening right there at the station. I think Rufus and Zoe were handling it, and I heard shots ring out. Another deputy showed up, and it went around the corner. And I know we're not supposed to intervene as much as sometimes we'd like to, but
yeah.
Zoe and another deputy, I don't know her name, went down, and I believe Rufus got them both out along with one of them Bluestone. So it was a clusterfuck, I'll tell you that much.
I'm glad they got him out.
Oh, me as well, because Zoe's one of the few people I speak to on the daily. So you know, she's the whole reason I didn't pursue a life of petty crime.
Is that right? What happened? What you do?
Well, when I first got off the train, I didn't have any money, didn't have a horse. A deputy, I forget his name, unfortunately, gave me some money to start me off with a horse I could actually ride for more than a few minutes without it tiring.
Right.
And I thought, okay, well, I can go fishing. I can do some of these deliveries for some folk out there. But some lady told me moonshine's where the money's at. So I actually went and collected everything I needed to make the moonshine. But before I acted on it, I met a gentleman by the name of Mr. King and Miss Zoe. We had spoken for a few minutes. A few hours turned into, and I decided if I ever did end up going through with it, I didn't want to be chased by someone I had come to like, so I threw it all in the river. That's that.
Well, I'm glad. I met a couple of folk earlier today. I want to know what you think about this, because it's been sitting with me, and I ain't sure exactly what to think. So I met a few folk, fancy folk down in Rose, and they're running a charity, right? And well, the charity ain't, buying spectacles for dogs or nothing like that. The charity is for paying off the fines of petty criminals, folk that are messed up, folk that don't have money, and can't afford to pay their fines, right? Well, I was with another deputy, and the deputy didn't like what he heard. He started arguing with him. He said that, well, if you're going around paying off all these folks' fines, well, then they ain't gonna have to suffer the consequences of their actions. And I ain't too sure what side of the fence I sit there. I'm just looking for what you think, partner.
Let's see. I've never been on the bad side of the law. I've had fines for other things.
Right.
I've spent some time in the brig. But the way I see it, let's say you have a real nice piece on you and it costs you, I don't know, $500, right?
Right.
And I take that. And I go and put it somewhere where you're never going to find it. I get caught. You say your weapon's worth $500, so I get my charges for, let's say I get fined $500 flat. They empty out my bank account. I'm a criminal, petty as it may be. Someone just pays my fine off, and I am now no longer in the negative. Did I learn anything? I don't think so. The way I see it, people do their time, people should pay their fines. I don't believe in exorbitant, amounts of time or fines. There are some people who just got caught up on the wrong day at the wrong time. Never know what's going on in their lives that, forced their hand. We all got our choices, but if we don't learn from them, when are we going to stop?
I can understand that. I appreciate the insight there, partner. You said, the brig, you was a Navy man in the past?
We spent some time on the boats, mostly on the West Coast in San Francisco, but that's all behind me now. I can't go back there.
Why's that?
Just some trouble brewed up that I may have caused, so gotta leave my family behind, and any money I end up making here goes back there for reasons.
Right. Well, I mean, it's your family, right?
That's right.
No matter what, you still love them. I get that.
You got family here, Mr. Sullivan?
No, I ain't got no family. There was a young lady I knew. She was kind of like a daughter to me, but complications arose. What you do around here, partner? For work?
Well, for the most part, it's just fishing and hunting. But I heard talk that if you could sell a good book around here, you can make a mighty fine penny.
A good
That's
book?
why I've been writing.
Hell, what you been writing there, partner? I'm curious.
Yeah, good question. What have you been writing, Dean?
Hang on a moment. Listen, it's just a book about romance.
Romance, you said? Well, I'm curious. Now, what kind of romance?
It ain't nothing bad, nothing forbidden, just romance between two folk that can't get enough of each other, I suppose.
All right. Well, I'm just curious, because I was talking to a deputy who I'm not going to name at the present moment. But she was telling me she was reading some sort of werewolf romance kind of nonsense, something like that.
There's quite a few.
There's quite a few
politely,
people.
Erotic fiction books going around at the moment.
Max.
Werewolves, huh?
Yeah. Werewolves. That's what
the
I
new
was
one.
enlightened.
Yeah.
You know, I may have seen a word written called lollipop.
Lollipopping. That's right.
I have no idea
Word
what that means, though.
That's something Malone loves saying. Hey, you want to enlighten him?
Yeah, tell me the exact definition of a lollipop.
You
Miss
know,
Zoe.
Dean, you know. There's a book about lollipopping. It's called Undercover Passion.
There's a book about it? Oh,
Yep.
yeah. What's this world
You should
coming
read
to?
it, Pop.
Yeah, it's pretty great. There's
a gang down the street down there. I think they all have their guns out and such.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
We'll have to continue this discussion about romantic novels another time.
Okay.
I got some work to do. Fuck. All right. Fuck, man.
That lovely conversation we were having about written erotica.
Might want to run, fella.
Is that them inside the office right now? The telegram office? Let's just quickly take a look down here.
Is that them back there?
I don't know. There's two people there. One of them is Alexio Gotti. I don't think he's wanted at the moment,
All right.
but he's yeah.
Well, let's talk to him. Howdy, fellas.
Is it Quill, I think? Hello.
Y'all all right?
Yes.
Doing
Just
just fine,
thinking.
thank you.
She said Quill. She said Quill. Whew, man. If it's Quill, my chances of getting kidnapped are like 88%. Whew, fuck. If I can take the opportunity, man. If I could take the opportunity, send the telegram. But I could walk in here and get kidnapped right now.
Hey there, partner. You all right?
Mostly.
Need something? Need a bandage or something like that?
No, I'm okay. I've been looked at.
All right.
Compose telegram.
What's the deputy from last time?
E17. Recipient, law. Title. Quill Gang. Seen with guns out.
I said it was Quills. I didn't see
It wasn't Zip. It was his brother, cousin, Isaac. I think.
I think they're cousins.
5 of them. Quill Gang or Pruitt Gang in Blackwater. 5 of them. Seen with guns.
I think so.
Sorry about that. Ooh.
No worries. Here they are. I'm pretty sure that's Redwater Company.
Well, it's just me on duty.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Let's hope nothing happens.
So they're after the Quills. They're the people who shot me yesterday.
I see.
Ugh.
Yeah, well.
Well, what am I gonna do?
Send a telegram, all right?
Where are they, man? They're gone. Let's go see if we can pick anybody up from the ground, man. Fellas! Fellas! I'm Deputy Sullivan with the Saints Crossing Sheriff's Department. Whatever killing's going on, take it to the desert. Leave the town folk out of it.
Town folk ain't involved.
Well, town folk get hit. Whatever killing y'all doing, take it to the desert.
Yeah, we're fighting down All
right, take us to where they are. Let's go.
What am I gonna do? There's so many of them. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
If anyone's back here, this is Deputy Sullivan with the Saints Crossing Sheriff's Department. I don't know what the hell's going on, but if y'all want to kill each other, do it in the desert.
Quick, invent the Tommy gun. Oh, crash. Was that a server crash or a me crash? Oh, man. Do these people not know crime has been outlawed, man? I almost got fucking gunned down, man. I walk up to them with the gun in hand. Server crash? Oh, no, man. There was a big shootout. Fuck. Unfortunate, man. Grab the Maxim gun. Get 25 kills, call the tactical nuke. No! The fucking server crashed, dude. No! I'm heartbroken. I'm fucking heartbroken right now. Broken heart, man. Broken heart from the start. They even shot the damn server. They even shot the damn server, man. Server's back. Those bastards shot down the damn server. Those bastards shot down the damn server. It looks like the, it looks like once I'm actually in game, by the way, I'm not crashing. I'm not getting that GFX error crash. I'm hoping that I can log in without getting it though, because when we were logging in earlier, I was getting that GFX error crash. All right, guys, I am now officially, looking at the Discord, I am now officially the only cop in the entire state, man. The only cop in the entire crossing. And that's just how I like it there, partner. Because when the odds are stacked against me, that's when I do my best. That's when I give stern warnings to folk. And tell them leave town. Now it's time to nut up or shut up. And I tell you what there, partner. I don't know how to end that. I don't know how to end that without saying I like nuts. do, 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 boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. You can send panic tips to yourself, man. Ah! Where is everybody, man? Where is everybody? What happened to the police department, man? What happened to the department? What happened? Oh, it's not letting me click on anything. Okay. Hold on, it wasn't letting me click on anything.
Pop! This is Pop Sullivan. I need backup. All right, Pop. This is Pop Sullivan. I'm coming down. 10-4.
Let me in, please. Let me play. Let me play the game, please. I saw them carrying a guy,
and I'm gonna say, all right, look, any of yours that are injured, take them. Any of the other side, leave them with me.
I'm gonna hope that I can say it in a stern enough voice that they do it and they don't kill me. The only answer is to deputize the 10-ton gang. Me and Duncan Murphy, man. Side by side.
Well, that's big Deputy Murphy for you.
No! What a cursed timeline, man. What an absolutely cursed timeline. What an absolutely awful little cursed timeline. Pop so powerful he crashed the entire server. He crashed the entire server, man.
That's it. If y'all fellas don't settle down, I'm crashing the server.
It goes into console, types no clip. Characters' arms shoot out, T-poses, starts fucking flying around.
Deputy Duncan Murphy. Big Deputy Duncan Murphy. Well, there's a reason they call me Big Deputy Duncan Murphy.
Alright. Alright, we can click on stuff. Oh, it's raining, man. The shooting's still ringing out, fuck!
Fella, this is Deputy Pop Sullivan. Now, Surrender yourself. Stop the violence.
Are they on the roof?
Hey! This is Deputy Pop Sullivan. Stop the damn shooting. Clear out of town. We have a posse of lawmen coming down. It's your last warning.
Got a lot coming. What is it? Let's get the fuck out of here. Okay, we're going.
If y'all took any of theirs, leave them in town. I'll make sure they serve justice. If you take them, I'm considering that kidnapping. This is Deputy Pop Sullivan with the Saints Crossing Sheriff's Department. Y'all folk up there on that roof right now, I have you know there's a whole squad of deputies coming out. Take this opportunity and clear out. Otherwise, all y'all gonna be serving time in Sisika.
We're out. We're under siege. It wasn't our instigation.
All right. Well, stop the firing. The other folk are clearing out now. We can talk once the dust has been settled.
Woo! I stopped that by myself? Are you fucking serious?
I'll give y'all the chance. Shit, is there still firing? God damn it. Just clear out, all right? Clear out.
Woo! Woo! That's why I'm the best deputy in the West. That's why I'm the hero of Blackwater. Oh, fuck! If you say something with enough confidence, man.
Y'all all right?
Shit. We thought
Howdy,
something
Deputy.
happened to you, Pop.
Howdy. Well, something did
having
happen to
fun?
me. I ain't having no fun here. I got all the folks to clear out. It's the least I could do. There's too
We
many
heard
of
him.
them.
I know it's just you, but we heard him talking about heading to Armadillo.
There's nothing I can do about that right now, unfortunately. I got them to clear out. That's what's important. The shooting stopped. I don't think any fellas are dead. Y'all mind helping me search
Yeah.
the town, see if anyone's gone down here?
Yeah, I think there was definitely people that went down.
I saw them, I saw them carrying one. I wasn't sure if it was theirs or if it was one of the others.
2 people on the back of horses when they were leaving.
2 people slung over the back.
Yeah.
Shit.
How
Well,
many people did you see leaving?
I think 3 or 4.
that should have
One
been
of-
all of them.
I mean, the one person I saw without a mask on was Morgan.
Morgan.
Okay.
All right, partner. I
Okay,
appreciate
let's
it.
just see who we can find.
If you can take a look or see if you
Thank
find
you, Ellen.
anybody, bring them to medical office,
Yeah,
right
no,
there,
we're
partner?
just looking for injured at the moment around town.
Okay, just in town.
Yeah, massive shootout.
Oh, look at that, another person with a badge. I'm glad to see you. I'll let you in on what happened. Folks started shooting. They cleared out now.
Fighting around here, right?
They went down Armadillo way. They might
Okay.
have hostages or it might be they're injured. Now, it could be either one.
Right.
I ain't too sure.
What? I know it's the Quails, but what is the other group?
Getting headache, sorry.
That's all right.
Fuck the headache man. Fuck the headache man. After I said how much I wasn't getting any headaches, man, I'm heartbroken, dude. Fuck. You know what? The headache started when I switched back to Vulcan, man. Oh, you know what? I need to lower the graphic settings. I need to lower the graphic settings again. I didn't. Fuck. Hold on. SDK. I forgot. Once I change it to Vulcan, the graphic settings change. All right. Show on disk. I took screenshots of it. Hopefully they can find whoever's injured, man, while I'm struggling with my thing here. Man, I can't, it doesn't let me pull this shit out. There it is. All right. First thing I need to do, fix those settings, man. Very first thing I need to do is fix those settings. Pop's old age caught up to him after being a hero, needed a nap. It'd be power gaming if he had a stash. He'd be too powerful. Pop's too powerful for the server, just got banned for the crim balance. For server health, they had to ban Pop Sullivan, man. Oh, man. I can't believe... Wow, I can't believe that actually worked, man. The bluff. The bluff. The bluff. Any other good RP servers besides Wild RP? I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about... what's the place called? Is it Gold Rush? Oh, does anybody know? It was like a server that popped up a little while ago. Maxo saying Ranch RP. It's the people that teamed up with TRP. Is it Gold Rush? Man, I'm bragging about that shit, dude. I'm gonna brag about that shit like crazy. You have no fucking idea.
I got 2 gangs to leave town just by myself. I tell you what, ain't the first time, ain't gonna be the last.
Woo! Fuck! Oh, it was PRC. It was PRC. Not Gold Rush. PRC. Wait, is it PRC? Is that the one? I don't remember what the one I was thinking of was, man. It was the one that was like blowing up a little while ago. I don't know if I'm in it. Hold on. I don't know if I'm in their server. I think it might be PRC. It could have went down. A lot of servers kind of pop up and then kind of fade out. It takes a lot of dedication, man. The fact that the Wild RP people have been able to keep it up for so long is crazy. PRC. All right, it was PRC then. What are they called now? Is it TRP now or? All right. First things first. I need to change my settings. No, that's display graphics. All right, unlocked. Near volumetric resolution, low, medium, high, on, medium, high, medium, on, high, motion blur off, water physics quality about half. Ooh. About half. All right, resolution scale, that's off. TAA sharpening, raise that up just a little bit. Motion blur off. Reflection ×2. Geometry half. This should be a little bit higher. This should be a little bit higher. Yes. High. Oh wait, no. Ultra. High. Tree tessellation on. All right. That should fix my crashing. What's my specs? I have a Ryzen 5600 for 5660, something like that. And I have a, that's my CPU, and I have a 3080 Ti for the graphics card. Oh, not the greenhorn walk. I want the gunslinger walk.
Yeah, and you have no injured?
No. Oh, well, I think we're injured, but just from yesterday.
Well, yeah, so no treating,
Yeah.
I mean.
No, I don't think so. Pop, you're okay? You didn't get hurt, did you?
They didn't shoot at me. They was too busy shooting at each other.
All right.
Yeah, I guess not. Thank you, Doc. Who knows if they start looking for medics later, though, so...
All right, well, we'll
Just be
stay
careful.
vigilant.
Yeah.
Do you know who it was?
I don't.
sir?
Fuck,
Red
crash
Bull
again, dude? Really?
versus somebody else, I don't know.
Oh, right.
Okay. Maybe it was Vulcan that was fucking me up. Ay, man. Red M has been completely unstable for me for the last, like, however long. Right? It's been completely unstable for me. For like the last week, man. This is the third time within this short kind of period of time. I'm trying to figure out like what setting it is causing it. What the issue is. I truly don't know what the issue is. Pop is becoming like Robbie Gold, a specter of the West. You think you see him and then you look back. You ever try to install the previous GPU driver? I'm trying, man. I have to try it. I haven't, but I should. Let me see. Previous GPU NVIDIA driver. Driver rollback. Because I need to manually get the driver. Because I tried doing the rollback, but too much time might have passed. All right. I don't remember what the last driver I had was, which is the issue now. You rolled back to March, you said? All right, March. All right. Let me quit real quick. So there's a chance that the driver rollback is gonna fuck up the stream. Can you guys give me 2 minutes? 2 minutes. I'm gonna end stream, and I'm gonna try and roll back my driver really quickly. So, give me 2 minutes, guys. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Yeah, it's gonna need me to restart. So I'll see you guys in 2 minutes. I can only do 3, take it or leave it. I'll try. I'll be right back.